friends. This is your main man, Mike Agajanian, back at it with another live on YouTube. As you could see from my thumbnail, we will be discussing about the one and only State of the Union speech. How did it go? Were you a fan or angry at the speech? Do you agree or do you disagree? That's what we're going to be discussing tonight, live with Mike Agajanian. Baby, two loked out Americans going crazy. Donald Trump doesn't even want to pay, man. Yeah. My mood today is much, much better due to a lot of positivity surrounding me, my life, and my family. I always say, and I'm always going to say, I am too blessed to be stressed. Use it, but don't abuse it. I'm just having some fun right now until we get some people joining us. Let me just set this mic up. I do apologize. Give me 1 sec. Sorry about that. We have a little failure there. All right. Come on, buddy. All right. All right. All right. All right. It was a good day, I got to say. I hope it was the same for you. But now, on to a serious, much more serious topic. I would like to discuss our United States, greatest nation on this planet, the one and only State of the Union. What did you understand? What were the takeaways and what were the positivities and the negativities? Well, there were a couple of positivities and unfortunately quite a few negativities. The positivities, of course, were the celebration of our men and women United States hockey team, the men's team eliminating the Canadians. They put up a great fight, but the best is the best will stand out and take that trophy. And thank goodness our brave, proud U.S. hockey team brought the trophy back home where it belongs. Last time I believe the U.S. hockey team did that was in the 1980s, before I was even born. But back to the State of the Union. So that's a positive, of course, that they brought that and they celebrated the men's hockey team. It was rewarding. It was amazing. As an American, you witnessing this conversation take place, it's a great feeling. You get the goosebumps. Another positivity that took place, I believe. Hello, everyone who's joining me. Whoever has just jumped on the live, thank you for joining. We are talking about the State of the Union uh, that took place just a couple hours ago. And we are discussing the good, the bad, and the ugly that we witnessed as Americans. Um, yeah, so a lot of good things. Hit the like button if you have not done so. Please, if you have not, hit the like button. Help a brother out. This is the peeps, Micah Gajanian, giving love and respect and appreciation to all my followers and to all my Americans cross board. Back to the State of the Union. As I said earlier, what were the good, the bad, and the ugly, the positive and the negative? Celebrating the hockey team was amazing, bringing shedding light on that by far, rewarding. Giving out rewards to an amazing warrior who fought in World War II, um, Mr. Brace. He was an amazing fighter. That was rewarding. That was amazing to experience that as an American, giving him the highest honor that the American government could do so. Amazing. The negativity, why are we still experiencing, watching the right and the left, not applauding, not standing for things that we all as Americans should stand and be happy for what our country is doing, where we are as a country, and where we're going as a country. I do not want to speak about right or left, Democrat or Republican. I just want to speak as Americans. Hi guys, how you doing? I see you, brother. Thank you, thank you. If you haven't hit the like button, please go ahead and do so. Help me spread this video as much as possible. Of course, you know that helps with YouTube. Tell you what, Familio said hi. Hello, hello, Mr. Rose, family, how you doing? What would you guys like to know? Tell me. But I'm discussing about this split that we have in our government, which is so hard to sit there and watch them. The way that they are representing us as Americans is so sad. You know, when you have a sports team that is in another country fighting, I say fighting, which is the wrong word, but playing, you know, fighting to win the trophy, to win gold, and when your government, your president is introducing them, the fact that the other side cannot stand up to that and applaud, why is that so hard to do? This is not about Republican or Democrat. It's not about some new bill that they're trying to, pass through Congress. It's not about the budget. It's not about the government shutdown. It's about our athletes who went to another country and brought gold home, brought the biggest trophy. You know, that is such a prideful time for us as citizens, as Americans. But the fact that we still cannot be on the same page when it comes to that, that's such a killer. It's such a bad vibe. It's such a negativity that is being spread. Hello, everyone. I see all your comments. Um, which side? You're asking which side, my friend? Which side on what? What team? Oh, we're talking about the men's hockey team, the USA hockey team that won the gold in the Olympics. And for any side not to celebrate your country's victory as it's a sports team, for crying out loud. It's not connected to politics. It has nothing to do with Democrats, Republican, blue state, red state. It's like literally a sports team. And how can we not celebrate that when they went and represent our country, raised our flag, and brought home the trophy? Something that is so hard to do. And I believe that all of us as Americans need to celebrate that, need to be proud of that moment, and put politics aside. Let's not bring that disgusting situation that our politicians have created for ourselves and ruin that moment. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying that we got to celebrate some things as a country, as a whole, and under one umbrella. Forget about everything else. As one nation, we should all be proud for what our men and the women's team have achieved. That's a big freaking deal, man. Winning the gold. This is literally the world competition. It's not just US states playing one another. So that's all I'm trying to, bring out. I'm always going to try to push the positive. My grandfather always said, find the positive in every negative situation. So today's State of the Union might have been not the best for all of us Americans. Not everybody was happy, of course, with what Republicans have done and vice versa, Democrats, whatever they've done. But forget all that. Let's find a positive in all of every single situation that is becoming negative for us. Trump needs some good news as if he had anything to do with it. All right. Yeah, Trump had nothing to do with that. You're absolutely right. He was not on the field. He did not play. Absolutely agreed. But was that a positive for our country as a nation? That's all I'm trying to understand. Forget about Trump. Forget about the past. Forget about Democrats. This is not a Democrat or positive or a Republican thing. As a country, as a U.S. citizen, are you proud of them? Are you happy that we've achieved that? I think those are the important things that we're starting to lose as a nation. Even the good things that happen to this country because of our athletes, we're now overlooking that and trying to find the negative in the positive situation. So let's not look at it in that aspect, and let's look at it in a better and much more positive vibes, guys. That's all I'm trying to say. If you're with me on that, give me a like, hit that like button, and let's make sure that the politicians don't allow us average citizens to be split apart. I don't want that. I don't want to see that. Unfortunately, that's where we're going. That's the route that these guys are picking. They're straight up cutting us in half. But let's not follow them. Let's do our. I think USA celebrates sports too much. Okay, why do you say that, my friend? Where are you from, by the way? What city, state, country are you watching me? You're saying the USA celebrates too much when it comes to sports. We are a big sports country. Um, whatever sport. Oh my God, you're from Ohio. Okay, what happened? Someone said, "Oh my God." What's going on? What's the "Oh my God" for? Let me know if there's something I'm missing. Ohio in the house. You should be a very proud Ohioan, my friend. Your state has provided some of the best U.S. athletes, LeBron James being one of them, right? So you should be very happy U.S. citizen yourself. Um, anyone else? Who else is from where? Let me know where you guys are from. But what I'm trying to get to is I hate the fact that we had such an amazing outcome due to these amazing athletes. The men's hockey team and the women's hockey team did an amazing job. They fought to the last second. I don't know if you guys watched the game or if you follow sports, but it was an amazing game. I give a lot of credit. I give a lot of respect to the Canadian team. They fought really hard, but the outcome was for us Americans to bring the gold back to USA, baby. That was such a happy moment for me, and I think for a lot of Americans, if you're a sports fan or not. But I just think celebrating overpaid pro athletes. Okay, controversy over Super Bowl. Come on, man. Come on. You gotta give me some positivity over here, bro. You're just burying me with all these negativities. Come on, man. All right, overpaid pro athletes. Got it. Okay. Controversy over Super Bowl. Yes, of course. We're a nation of controversy. Look at what's going on, man. Look, they turned this State of the Union speech into a hate speech. They turned this amazing time where American families come together. I remember much when I was much younger, 10, 15 years ago. I'm not going that far when it was the State of the Union, we would get together. It didn't matter who the president was. It didn't matter what you voted for. But when it was State of the Union, doesn't matter if Republican or a Democrat was in office. It was our president, and we would get together and we would watch it, and we would be inspired by it. We would sit there like little kids waiting to see what positivity they're going to have for us as a nation, what they're going to do for us, for the hardworking family members. Those were the great old days that I miss. But today, all of a sudden, everything turns into a shit show. Excuse my French. Everything becomes negative. It's all hatred, and nothing comes out of hatred and negativity. Nothing good. Let me rephrase myself. A lot comes out of it, but nothing good comes out of it. Are we spending money on the wrong things? Priorities? I don't know if we're spending. I don't know if we're spending a lot of money on the wrong things. But are we getting robbed a lot by a lot of fraud and crime that's taking place, yes, that I will probably stand behind. I don't know what we're spending money on because honestly, it's not that black and white. They never share actual information on what they're spending money on. Unfortunately, they only tell us what we need to hear. As much of a democracy they claim that this country is, as much of freedom they say that we have here, but when you really unwind, it's not that much freedom. It's There's not that much democracy because whoever has the power, whoever's in office, they push their agenda. They spend ridiculous amount of money on things that is not necessary, and then when it president switches, whatever their agenda and whatever they push for is what they spend money on. So I do have to agree on that with you that there's billions and trillions of dollars that go onto stupid things that we do not need. Unfortunately, you and I and the average citizen has no control of it. All we do is end up paying the ridiculous taxes on that. Um, I know I'm going to be paying a lot of taxes on stupid things that this ridiculous state that I call home is wasting a lot of money. A couple of trillion dollars just not too long ago was spent on this major uh, train that they were supposed to build in California. Trillions and trillions of dollars went to the garbage, and we still don't have a single rail that's ready to be transporting people from LA down to Nevada. All right, so I agree with that. That's bunch of bull crap. I don't even want to go into that. That's a dark topic, and I try to we try to fight that. We try to stop it, but government here, they have no control. They spend money on whatever and however they want. Just recently, I don't know if you guys heard, there was a major homeless fraud that took place. It was just recently revealed that this one organization was receiving millions of dollars from the government that was supposed to be feeding the homeless 3 times a day, providing them a shelter or a normal place to live. It was supposed to be breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Hi guys, hi whoever's coming in, just joining in. Hit the like button. Please help me out by hitting the like button. I really appreciate it, guys. But this guy just got caught for stealing all that money, and believe it or not, rather than giving the homeless breakfast, lunch, and dinner, this guy was buying them cup of freaking noodles, and was feeding the homeless in Los Angeles. And there was no hotels, there were no homes providing for the homeless. And this guy, what was he doing with that money? With my money, with the Californian taxpayers' money, he was buying 3 SUV of Lamborghinis, taking lavish trips to out of the country. I mean, the home that he just built for himself, but he just recently got busted. But too late. We just spent $98 million just on one organization that was supposed to help the homeless in LA. So imagine how many more of those thieves are out here and are actually stealing our money. I'm gonna make a move and go to the other side. So bear with me for a couple of seconds, guys. Um, but yeah, man. To the gentleman that was speaking about the money that's being wasted in America and in different states of states of America, yes, I agree. Horrible situation that was happening. Um, but again, if we want to find the negative, it's an all night conversation. So I don't want to base everything on the negativity that unfortunately we all have to live through because of the ridiculous politicians in this country. Let's find the positivity and celebrate and have some normal, loving and caring conversations, such as the most amazing thing for me was the the older veteran who was rewarded the highest medal in American history. Uh, Here in Cincinnati, we spend millions on fireworks once a year for a summer party. Okay, I gotta say, my friend, your your state is not the only one who does that once a year. California is also very big on celebrating Fourth of July, and they spend trillions of dollars on fireworks. So no, I uh, I feel your pain there, bro, my friend. At least with the fireworks. Again, I'm trying to find the positive in the negative situation. At least with the fireworks, it's for our independence. It's for a good cause. You actually get to see a show. Something actually positive is happening. You entertain your kids, your family for 30 minutes to an hour, give or take. But with the train situation in California, the railroads that they were supposed to build, they were promising us heaven, that we're never going to see traffic. I don't know if you've ever been to Los Angeles or California. Traffic is very, very bad, my friend. So when you hear this new railroad that's going to be building to take you from LA to Nevada, or from LA to San Diego, it's something good. You're like, all right, cool, I'm looking forward to this. But after 5 6 years, you're like, wait a minute, hold on, you're pumping all this money out of me, you're taking all this money from my taxes and promising me an amazing railroad and easy travel in Los Angeles, avoiding traffic, but there's not a single railroad that's been built in 6 years. And if I tell you the amount of money that they've already taken from me as a citizen, and the amount of money that they've taken from all of the Californian and Los Angeles residents, you'd be broke. Trillions, trillions of dollars. Not a single railroad has been built. If you just join me, hit the like button. I really appreciate it. Please help me out by hitting the like button. It helps me a lot. It doesn't cost you a thing. And if you are not a subscriber to my channel, if you are new, you should check out some of my short videos. I do not post anything this dramatic with politics and negativity. I'm all about Christian values, God related videos, hoping to bring a smile to someone's face on a hard day that they might have had. So that's type of videos I do. That's my YouTube. I'm a small Christian YouTube channel, but I'm a very powerful YouTube Christian channel because I got God and I got faith. In God I trust. Amen, baby. That's to all of my Americans across the nation. I pray for all of us. I pray for every single one of you guys. Just wanted to give you a little quick intro of my YouTube channel, what it's all about. Today I'm talking about this because we just had the State of the Union, and it was not a good one. I gotta say, I was looking forward for a change, for hopefully a positivity that could have been injected into this State of the Union, but it was the complete opposite. We are celebrating things that deserve to be celebrated. We're shedding light on things that need to be talked about and need to be brought to attention. But unfortunately, it is political that the train isn't proceeding. Yep, it is political because they lied and they took our money and nothing is done. That's the same governor who's in control today, that wouldn't allow during coronavirus for us faithful Christians to go to church, or they put a limit on people who could come to your house for Thanksgiving. Okay. The same politician, the same governor who's in office today. So when he was limiting on family gatherings during Thanksgiving, this coward, this garbage of a person had a 200 people party at a like super expensive restaurant in San Francisco, while he had rules against us going to church. So this is the person who's in charge of California. Just so you guys understand, people who don't live here in California. So this is why I'm so angry towards this specific person. It's not about Democrats, it's not about Republicans. It's about a heartless human being who shut us down. Yes, Newsom. Yeah, Newsom shut us down during the coronavirus, which it was a scare for every single American, I'm sure. Okay. I was not in favor of people gathering together and having parties, but to go to church and to get violated, you would get a fine if you got caught. If there were people on Thanksgiving over to your house, they had cops who, even though the cops stood down, they said we're not going to follow these orders because it's ridiculous. But they said only four people could get together on Thanksgiving during the hard times of coronavirus, while he had a 200 people huge party in this lavish restaurant in San Francisco during the hardest hit times of coronavirus. That's the person who's been in charge of California. That's the person who has sworn to give Californians and LA a break from traffic by building this multi-trillion-dollar railroads. Zip zero, my friend. There's only a small portion of where you could see they've actually put in the railroads a lot of hypocrisy in politics. Yes, yes, I agree. A lot of hypocrisy in 100%. But this is the thing that I just don't understand. We see everything in black and white right now. Everything that they're doing, everything that's taken place as Californians. And I'm not even talking about USA right now. I'm not even talking about the whole union. I'm just talking about California. How is this person still in power? How is this person still in charge? So there is no voting. There is no legal voting. There, all this is all bull crap because 80% of residents in California, yes, Democrats, they wanted him out of office, but yet again, he got reelected this last term. I don't know what's going to happen this next coming up. I sure hope people forget about it. It's not. I keep saying I sure hope people don't vote. This crook in office. It's not him. It's not the people. It's not LA. It's not California. However they want, whoever they want will be in office. That's all I know now. Because how could it possibly be a state this big voted to make sure that he's not in office? But boom, homeboy's still there. He's been there, and this organizations who he's been paying to support the homeless in LA, to make sure they get 3 meals a day, to make sure they have a roof over their head, a shelter, a normal shelter. It was going to be these mini condominiums that they were building in a little hidden spot in Los Angeles. Um, the city was, I want to say, oh my God. It's near Studio City, Sherman Oaks area. It's just right off the freeway. When you pass by, you see these whole bunch of homes that they've built. They're like temporary homes that were supposed to shelter 1,000 or 2,000 each area of homeless. Not a single homeless was moved in there, and not a single homeless person was fed 3 times a day by our tax money that was taken away from us to support this organization. Homeboy just got caught not too long ago. If you do a research of the LA homeless fraud that took place, you'll see him. The guy was taking millions of dollars and not feeding them. He was buying a cup of noodles to feed the homeless while he was receiving somewhere around $23 million to feed the homeless 3 times. So this is the type of deep rooted corruption I'm talking about. It's so deep, it's not even funny. The medical fraud that they keep talking about, the these people who are taking money from pharmaceuticals, the pharmaceuticals are charging them as patients, and the patient has no idea that they just got charged for morphine or for the very high dosage pills. Um, not Xanax, man. Oxycodone. So they're charging these patients oxycodone, and the patient has no idea that they're getting oxycodone charged to their Medi-Cal. But the patient is not even receiving that. No one is getting that money or those pills because they don't even need those pills. But the person is just being charged. The pharmacy is charging them just so they can make money on that patient without their knowledge. Who is being washed? What do you mean by that? What do you mean who's being watchful? Can you be more direct on that question, my friend? I don't understand what you're saying. So there's a lot that's taking place, and you hear it every day that they're going to come down on California. They're going to bust all these fraudsters. It's just a bunch of talk. It's just, elections are around the corner. Um, Another thing that I'm going to really go off, and I hope I don't offend anybody because that's not my intention. I'm deep-hearted believer of I don't care who's in office as long as they do good for me and my country and my people who live here. So that is my mindset. I don't care if it's a Democrat, I don't care if it's a Republican. If you're in office and you're doing something good for my country, God bless you. I will stand behind you. So I'm going to be talking about this whole tariff situation. That's kind of now it's kind of mind blowing when I'm hearing all these numbers, how much money we've been receiving from these tariffs. And yes, we as an average citizens have been paying more for items because of the tariffs. It's only common sense. If this product that used to come into our country for $2 and it would enter uh, our stores at $4, then we were buying that product for $5, $6. I'm just giving you some rough, basic numbers, nothing exact. So please don't quote me on any of that. But now, though, these tariffs that are being charged to these other products, millions of the items are coming into the country, and our government is saying that we've charged so much money, we made so much money on these tariffs, we've made trillions of dollars, we're cutting our deficit, we're cutting our debt. Okay, great, great, but I don't see it. So where is that money going? Who's seen that money? Has anyone received any assistance from the tariff money, the billions, the trillions of dollars that our governments have been charging on tariffs? Nope. How come the product is not getting less expensive? Why is an item of one bag of uh, rice that used to be $6, but now it's $12? Okay, they say that they're controlling the expenses that used to happen while Democrats were in office or Biden was in office. Um, what's the terminology? Um, the not the interest, but there was this terminology they kept using. Inflation. There we go. Inflation was high. Inflation was high. Inflation was high. Okay, inflation was high. Oh my God, we felt it. We literally felt the pain of inflation at one point. Okay, it went up high, and now Trump's in office. He's charging tariffs. He's charging tariffs, but the prices have never dropped. I don't know why everyone keeps talking about prices of groceries, prices of gas prices. Man, come to California. I'll show you the gas prices. I haven't seen 2.99. I haven't seen 3.99 in probably 15 years in California. There has been no gas in California that's been 3.99. So I don't know where everyone keeps talking about gas prices have dropped. They have not dropped. But the tariffs, all these tariffs, hit the, by the way, just hit the like button, guys. If you are with me, if you're watching me right now, show me some support, show me some love, guys. It helps me a lot. Doesn't cost you a thing. Hit the like button. This video will get more attention on YouTube. Thank you, guys. So nothing has, I haven't seen a penny. I haven't seen anything. Trump said inflation is 1.7%. No, I don't know what Trump said, but okay, inflation is down. Why are my groceries and everyday life still expensive as heck, bro? I went to a small restaurant today, small restaurant, a place where I used to go, just me and another person, used to cost me, it's a decent spot. I got to give it, nice place. I used to pay there, for two people, with drinks, a couple of wine, glasses of wine, I would pay around maybe 120 to 130 bucks. Today, I spent about 165 for two people. So, where and how is inflation down? Where is the money that's coming from the tariffs that we've been saving for a year and couple of months now? There's it's like it's just a bunch of empty talk. It's like a bunch of unless someone else is receiving that money that maybe I'm not in that class. I'm not a billionaire or a millionaire. I don't know, but I haven't seen anything. If you guys have seen any assistance from tariff money, please let me know. The truly rich are not affected by inflation. Yeah, the rich are not affected by. I mean, if you're rich, you're not affected by any inflation whatsoever, obviously. But where is the money going? If you're on my live right now, doesn't matter if you're Republican or Democrat. It doesn't matter if you're in California or you're in Ohio or Chicago. Have you received any sort of assistance or any benefits from the tariffs? Please put it in the chat. If you put a yes or no, have you received anything from the tariffs that our government keeps preaching about that they've done? Yeah, it is pennies to them. I agree. So I don't see anyone saying it. So I take it that No one is saying anything about them. No, so it's weird, right? But we've been talking about tariffs, tariffs, tariffs. We brought in millions of dollars, millions of dollars. We brought in millions of dollars, higher prices. That's right. Millions of dollars from tariffs. But so where's that money? Where is that money? Who has it? Who's been receiving it? I don't have it. I nothing. They came out with this small talk just to let people know. Oh, I know. I bet you I know when that money's going to come. Right when it's time to go to voting. Right when you're going to start voting again, you're going to see a lot of money coming towards you. So get ready. They're going to play you like like the puppets that they think we are. Just here's a couple of $100 or a couple of $1,000. They're going to throw at you. Go vote for me now. There you go. That's same exact thing what they did in Russia back in the day. I'm sure that's what they do in China. Right when it's time to vote, they throw some extra bones at you, like you're a bunch of animals. Now go vote for me because we gave you a couple of $1,000s per your child. That's so ridiculous. It's if you're honestly trying to help America and Americans, show it now. Do things that are going to make our lives easier. Don't just tell me you're busing fraud, you're stopping this, you're stopping that. Good for you. If you're doing that, that's what you're supposed to do. You're in office to protect this country. You're supposed to protect this nation. That is your duty. That's what you are sworn in as a cop, as a law enforcement, as FBI director, whatever your position is in politics, in government. So if you're doing something, I don't want to hear about it. That is your responsibility. You are supposed to do that. So stop getting on freaking TV and bragging about your stupid bust of you busted this criminal, you busted that criminal, and you're doing this. I don't give a crap what you're doing. None of those people who you're busting, to be frank, have affected me negatively or positively. I don't even know who they are. I've never seen those people. I don't know what they do. Hit the like button if you haven't done so, because now I'm getting angry because of all this stupid talk that people keep telling me. Oh yeah, we did. What else do you? What else can you talk about that you've done? I mean, what? It's like me. My job is to be a chiropractor or a physical therapist. It's like if I go to my patient and I take care of my patient, am I supposed to come and brag about that I did my job? Oh, you know what? My patient wasn't able to walk last month, but now because of me, they're able to walk. Well, no shit, bozo. That's my job. I'm supposed to do that. If I don't do that, who else is? That's my title. Literally, that's what I'm supposed to do. I don't go and brag about it every single day. So I don't know why every day I'm hearing politicians still going up and bragging about what they did. I mean, come on. Look, I'm just getting more angry with these stupid talks that they think we're a bunch of idiots, that we don't understand their games. We understand your games. We understand your deep rooted goal of what you want is just to make sure that your portion is taken care of. Your level of wealthiness is coming back to you and your family. Healthcare and tax breaks would help mid America. Okay, yes. Uh, yeah, okay, actually, you know what? Since I appreciate you bringing that up. There is one thing that I do have to say that it has personally helped me. I just filed my taxes for last year. The only thing that actually has personally helped me is what they've done with the overtime no tax on overtime. That's the only I got. So I do apologize if I did not mention that. So I take that back. I do have to give this to the government. Thank you for helping me with my taxes. So before I used to get taxed arm and a leg, especially for overtime, as my job is based on overtime. Well, it was before the entire year of 2024 and 2025. I was working a job that had overtime. Now I'm considered as self-employed, so this following and continue will not be affecting me, but it did. So I got a nice, very good discount on my taxes. So God bless and thank you for helping me on my taxes. I do have to say where they did something and I 100% felt it and agree and see it. That's definitely one of them. Now I don't know about the whole tip situation. I don't know how they're going to calculate the tip situation. People that are not going to be taxed on tip, but hopefully that will also be the case. And if that is, um, you have to wait for the end of the year. Uh, end of the year for what? Wait for the end of the year for what? I did my taxes for 2025, and uh, my tax guy said that this is how much I will be saving with the new Trump no tax on overtime, and it's approximately about $5,200, give or take, which is pretty significant for me. No, I don't have to wait for the tax break. It actually kicked in for 2025. Wait, yeah, 2025 of my last year. So for this year, it will be it has officially been affected for me. Um, oh, if you need money week to week. Oh yeah, I don't know about that one. I'm just talking about the yearly tax. Um, week to week to what? What do you mean if you need money week to week? I used to work a job where it was uh, hourly plus um, a contract that I had with Amazon. That's the tax that I'm talking about. So I would get hourly, and if I went on overtime, then I used to get taxed on my overtime. But ever since they changed that, no tax on overtime, it's been a nice, significant a plus for me and for whomever is going to file their taxes this year for overtime. And you guys will see that it's a very, very nice uh, boost that I gotta say, you know. And again, this is for the average citizen, obviously. For the tier one who are making 300 and above, there is no overtime for them. They're strictly on salary and commission base, I believe. But for the 100,000 and 150,000, you still qualify for the overtime, which is kind of cool, you know. I'm sure the people who work and they get taxed on tips, they're gonna see a pretty nice change on their taxes. But again, I still don't know how that's gonna work on the tips because I really don't know how they're going to be calculating and how are they gonna know how much tip they've received and how they're gonna file that. That's I'm not even gonna get into that. That's on them. But just overall, guys, I hope I was able to get my message across. I hope um, we'll see a change in this negativity that we've been going down this very dark tax breaks for billionaires. Yeah, oh yeah, they do. You better, man. Their tax breaks are something else, brother. Their tax breaks are out of this world. I get happy here when I'm making extra $5,200 on my tax breaks. I could only imagine, what they get. It's 5,200 times you 100x that. Yeah, a couple of $1 million for them. You know, but at the end of the day, I hope that's going to have a significant effect on our economy because obviously, the more money I keep, the more money I save, the more money I'm going to spend, and the more money is going to go. They have lawyers and accountants. Yeah, I mean, I got accountants myself for sure. Yeah, their accountants and lawyers are. Hey, look at Trump. You saw whoever released his tax information last time. You saw the amount of money he took and it blows my mind the amount of money that he took compared to what he had to pay, right? It's mind-boggling, it's mind-blowing. um once you get to that level, there's a lot of different avenues for you to keep more of your money. As a financial advisor, that I speak to a couple of my good advisors that I have, for a couple of business that I did and are trying to do. The ultimate secret that for some reason a lot of us don't understand, it's not how much money you make, it's how much money you take. You could make, some people make $200,000 a year, but if they're only taking $120,000 from that money, that's very bad. So you have to find that legal way to not what you're making, but what you're actually taking. That's the ultimate wealthy uh, blessings that they have. And good for them. I'm not mad at anybody. I'm not a hater. I'm not. I will never count someone else's money if that's what they're doing. As long as they're not harming, stealing, or frauding somebody, good for them. God bless them. They have the skills. They have the brains. Go for it. Get it. Uh, Maybe we need to stop watching TV. A lot of negativity. Oh, yeah, you could say that again. We definitely got to stop watching it. I mean, the only time I ever turn on TV to watch anything, um, if my kids and my schedule will allow, is sports and the State of the Union, and every now and then, voting related to voting and presidency and stuff like that. But TV and news and all that stuff, I'm done with. I'm done. I'm done. I would never. It's disgusting. I don't know why it's called news. It should just be called bad news because all they have is nothing but bad news. So, where you from, by the way? You said you're from Ohio, right? You're the only loyal that's been constantly messaging me. Thank you. Thank you for your questions. Thank you for your engagement. I do truly appreciate it. Um, Hopefully, you'll now be. If you have not started following my small YouTube channel, please do so. You'll see a lot of positive videos. You'll see a lot of refreshing, um, good vibing related videos. Every once in a while, I do some lives here. And thank you for subscribing. You are so sweet. I just got your notification that you subscribe. God bless you, your entire family. If you're married, if you have kids, um, but thank you for your support. It means the world to me. You have no idea. And the reason that I started my YouTube channel and posted Christian-related videos and just positive videos overall, because I knew that one day or another my kids are going to start using these, I hate to say it, but technology. One son, oh, God bless him, God bless him. And they're gonna start using. I got two girls myself, and I don't want them to go on social media and turn on anything and see nothing but negativity, nothing but hatred. So I said, 3 grand. Wow, wow, no way. That is awesome. You got 3 grand. That's so awesome. Um, are you retired yourself, or are you still living the American dream? Okay, yeah. Amen to that. Amen to that. Yeah, I'm definitely that's why I started to do these YouTube videos, and I said I'm gonna flood as much as I can by myself and retire. God bless you. God bless you. I said I'm going to flood YouTube with positive videos. And when I'm no longer on this planet, hopefully I could leave something that my kids would understand that I've tried to everything of my powers to surround them and even social media with positivity. Because if you allow yourself, negativity is so quick to rapidly take over your life, your surrounding, and your mindset. It's just an ongoing battle. So I said I'm going to do everything that I can to surround not only myself, my family, but everyone who happens to accidentally fall on my channel and see something. At least I want them to see something positive, something that could maybe bring a smile to their face, something that maybe could give them a hope in life. That life is not only a downfall, it's not only bad. Life gives us, life is such a beautiful experience. Life is such an important that we have to praise it. We have to be thankful. We have to. We have to be, I don't know, sometimes I run out of words, but we just have to give life much more that is given us in a good way. Life is what you create for yourself, of course, but sometimes things happen, unfortunately. Parents can turn out children who can be hurt by. Yeah, that's another. Yeah, I know. That's the world that we live in, unfortunately, and it's sad. It's really sad. Who people could walk on this earth and have that type of a mindset or have that type of a heart to hurt a child. Um, it's sickening. It's sickening. As a matter of fact, it's funny you say that because not too long ago we had an incident close to my house where this 10-year-old girl was attempted to be kidnapped, not once, by the same person. 6 months prior to this incident, they tried to kidnap her, and he got caught. Grandpa was able to save the grandchild. They took this guy to jail, and after he went to jail, he was released literally 3 days after attempting to kidnap this 10-year-old girl. Was released here in Los Angeles, California, because they came to a conclusion that this person had a psychological challenges. Okay, great. So the person had psychological challenges, so they released this person. 6 months passes after that first incident. Homeboy is sitting on his roof, been watching the girl, waiting for her to get out. I guess he knew all the times of when they go to school, what time, and who takes them. So 2 weeks ago, he targets her and tries to kidnap her yet again. Thank God, Grandpa was fast enough, slick enough, quick enough to fight him off. But unfortunately, he took a nice swing with the knife, stabbed the grandpa in the neck. Grandpa has no idea. Adrenaline is pumping. Grandpa's all trying to do is protect the granddaughter. Gets the granddaughter, and this punk ends up stabbing the girl in the arm slash chest area, shoulder and chest area, and then jumps into their own car. This punk jumps into their own car and tries to run them over. Long story short, I was on the news here. If you go to YouTube or somehow put 10-year-old girl and grandpa get stabbed, you'll see me on the news. I was all around the news. I happened to pass by their house. They're people that I know. They're friends of mine who we help out. They're in a tough situation. They're renting one of our properties. Long story short, um, this guy could have been in jail 6 months ago for attempting to kidnap this 10-year-old girl, but our officials, our law enforcement, district attorneys here are a bunch of idiots who decided to let him go because they came to a conclusion that he had psychological challenges and that did not seek the penalty. That was not enough reasoning for him to go to prison the first time. Now, this time, he's in prison for attempted murder and kidnap of a 10-year-old girl. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. That we have to live day by day of these challenges that we face and not allow it to get to us where it's going to affect us, the way we look at people, the way we see people, the way we try to live our life, and not allow our kindness in our heart uh, to be over dominated by their hatred and by their stupidity, by their devilish, by their I don't know. It's a lot. It's a lot that every person, individual has to be so strong mentally to not allow everything to get to them, so they don't become evil themselves, so they don't allow the devil to take over. You just gotta praise God. You gotta bring God into your life and leave God in control and be thankful no matter what. Every day, still be thankful for every day that you wake up, for every breath that we take, for every sunshine that we see. And that's God's blessing, that's God's creation. And that's, as a Christian, I believe that that's how we should all live as Americans, especially here. With everything that's happening between the right and the left, is just the devil controlling those two parties. When you come to a point in your life, doesn't matter if you're a president or if you are a janitor in a high school. um, if you allow, if you once you take out God out of your life, once you take out that power, and you think you're in power, and you think you're going to do things for your school, for your country, for your neighborhood, and you're the one that is dictating everything, and you forget about who our creator is, this is what you're going to end up dealing with. This is what you're going to be facing with sick-minded people. So I hope that we could catch ourselves sooner than later, because this road that we're taking, hating each other because of a party, hating each other because of a city or a state, is very, very bad. There's no good that will come out of this situation. So I not only that we should all pray for us and our family, but we should all continuously pray for our nation and for our leaders to find God again and bring God into everything in everyday life for us Americans. Hope I was able to make sense to you guys. I didn't want I don't I'm hoping I wasn't boring you guys, but I just wanted to express myself, share my feelings, share my thoughts, because this day and age, everything is all AI, fake, added. All they want to do is just get more viewers, more subscribers. Of course, that's all great, but the natural connection with people is no longer there. Everyone is out for their money, and everyone is out, for their own benefit. There's no more real, honest conversations that are taking place. It's all a bunch of fake, two-faced. They smile at your face and take a stab behind you, behind back, trying to stab you from the back. That's the world that we've created. I don't know if we all have a fault in it, or we're just going along with this of what uh, bigger powers are creating for us to live. But it's not good, it's not natural, and it's not Christian whatsoever. So we should all do our best to connect with people as they are normal human beings. Look at each other as normal human beings, as God's children. Let's stop looking at each other as Republican and Democrat. Let's stop looking at each other as uh, California and Florida. It doesn't matter where you live, it doesn't matter what you voted or who you voted for. We are humans at the end of the day, and we should treat each other as humans. We should respect each other as humans, and we should most definitely bring God in our everyday life. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for supporting my small but yet powerful Christian YouTube channel. It's been a pleasure, it's been an honor of mine to spend the past 58 minutes, almost an hour with you guys. This is Micah Gajanian. My aunt and uncle live on Rose Avenue, West Hollywood. Yeah, deceased now. Oh, I'm sorry to hear about them. I apologize. They were in West Hollywood. West Hollywood was once an amazing city, but it's a place where I don't even want to drive through anymore, because it's run by evil and hatred and weird people. But thank you for tuning in, guys. If you don't know anything about my channel, just give it a shot. There's few videos that you guys could watch. Hope it could change your day, your life, and bring some love and blessings to you and your family. This was Mike Agajanian telling you good night, thank you, and God bless. Not only me and my family, but God bless you. God bless our men and women who fought uh, for this country, who stood up and gave us the freedom that we have today. And God bless the United States of America. Micah Gajanian is out.